What's up, guys? Let's talk about hey, it's GBABIEEEE the Fat Cow. Subscribe to my channel. Yeah. So I want to talk about this fight. This is just this past weekend. All of the fights, like the main fights, they were sick. They were so good. Not really though, but they were pretty good. Let's talk about Islam Makhachev versus Drew Dober. Just pure dominance. You know, Drew Dober basically didn't know what he was even in for. He basically dominated that whole fight. Islam, third round submission. He wants Tony Ferguson next. Maybe he can fight before Tony. He fights Tony, but he definitely can fight Tony, I think. I think that the world is in for a treat if they fight. It's going to be a very intense fight. I wouldn't be mad if he fought Kevin Lee or Ally Quinta. Either of those guys, I mean, it would be cool if he fought any of them. And then we got Thiago Santos versus Alexander Rakic. Dude, another fight. I think maybe surgery kind of messed up Thiago. He didn't seem like himself. He wasn't really pressing forward too much. He was getting touched up in certain places. Yeah, I mean Thiago Santos, I mean look, he was a beast, but I don't know, maybe the surgery kind of messed him up where he's not really feeling himself. I mean look, he also hasn't fought in a minute, I believe, from what I remember. But what are you gonna do? You know, you can't win them all. R.I.P. Thiago. Now we get into the juicy fights. Dude, that Megan Anderson fight versus Amanda Nunes was just... You can see, she is just levels ahead of that division. If Megan's the next one in line to get that belt, Amanda Nunes definitely showed that Megan had no place to be there. Dude, she just fucking, that was a great performance by... She's the GOAT. She literally is the female GOAT of that division. You can't do shit when she's there. She is too much. Everyone's seen her fight with Jermaine Duranamine, and, I mean, yeah, I get it. It was different. It wasn't as cool, but still, man. Jermaine is beast too. I mean, whatever. Regardless, Amanda was just really solid that night. She was on point. She really knew her shit, and that's what we love to see from a champion. And now we got Aljamain Sterling versus Petr Yan. Oh my god, dude. So right away, the pace that Aljamain is setting, and then you could automatically see that Petr Yan isn't in his natural state, not really pressing forward too much. Maybe he's trying to read Aljamain at first. That's what I saw. He didn't look like himself in the beginning, but he was probably calculating all of Aljamain's movements, which clearly we saw in the later rounds that Petr fucking... He did it, dude. He really figured Aljamain out, started coming in at him, and I believe it was a fourth round. In the fourth round, he fucking kneed him in the head while he was down. Dude, that was fucking nuts. I mean, look. Aljamain was definitely not going to win that fight. I mean, anything could happen, alright? But Aljamain was not winning that fight. He faded out. I even said it to myself, Aljamain looks really good in the beginning, and then that pace that he set was definitely not a 5-round pace. I'm almost positive that Aljamain was setting a pace to finish him within the first 2 rounds. In the beginning, that's what it seemed like. He was I'm so confident, let me just come at him. He's approaching him. He made sure that he can... Oh my god, it was just beautiful. Beautiful first-round performance by Aljamain. Petr Yan did pretty good too. I mean, he wasn't doing horrible, but Aljamain was definitely the shit. You know, he was showing his skills. Second round came in, you could see that Aljamain kind of, decreased his fucking movements, wasn't as crisp. Petr started landing shots. Third round, Petr started landing more shots. 4th round. I mean, dude, it was just inevitable for Aljamain to like lose that fight. But then he got kneed in the head. People are really pissed at Look, me personally, I don't think that Aljamain would have won that fight. Knee, no knee. There's no way Aljamain was winning that fight. You can see that he was giving up. He was on his fucking knees, dude. Like, you can't even expect. There was no way. I mean, he did really good. I mean, Petr Yan is just a fucking beast. He's too much. Like, why the fuck did Aljamain have to, like, keep that kind of pace if he couldn't keep up with it? You know, maybe his cardio just kind of was going out, and it was I don't know. It was weird. I also only saw the fight once, so I'm just trying to remember from Saturday. So, yeah, it was... Listen, I personally don't think that Aljamain Sterling is at fault here. He did throw the belt on the floor. I was kind of happy when he did that because he kind of acknowledges himself not being the real champion, which was pretty cool. I mean, that's like a pretty good move that he did because, like, it shows that, like, dude, I don't deserve this. You know, I didn't earn this. And now he's a champion. I agree with him. He didn't, like, he was losing that fight. Petr Yan must have felt like an idiot, like, for doing that. Like, he shouldn't have fucking done that, and now he knows. I mean, look, don't fucking knee somebody. Like, another scary moment I had in, like, a previous fight, Johnny Walker was fighting someone, I forgot who exactly. Bro, he kicks him. Kind of touches him, but not really. I think he missed completely, but, like, dude, he almost, like, kicked him in the fucking head while he was, like, getting up on his knees, everything, like, on the floor still, getting up. Yo, fucking this guy, Johnny Walker, kicks him in the fucking head almost. I was like, dude, what the fuck? That would have been so fucking bad, dude. Like literally, like, his head is a soccer ball, and Johnny Walker just, as hard as he can, just swings at his face. I mean, dude, listen, shit happens. They're probably getting excited or whatever, but Petr Yan shouldn't have done that. And listen, he's paying for it now by not being the champion. Well, I think it's kind of weird that Aljamain, you know, says all this shit about, like, I don't deserve the belt or whatever, and then he's flexing on it with the thing. There's nothing wrong with it, bro. Like, you're the champion, so, like, I don't see anything wrong with you flexing, but don't, like, say, like, that shit and then do that. You know what I'm saying? I don't care. I really don't care. You're the champ, dude. You're allowed to say that, but, like, he's flexing, like, to me, it just kind of, like, seems shady that he said something and then he's doing the complete opposite. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's saying, like, I'm not the real champ. I feel like I don't deserve the belt. I don't deserve to fucking be here. And then, like, on Instagram, he's flexing, like, I'm a UFC champion. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you're going to do that, then just say you're the champion when you won the belt. You know what I'm saying? Don't, like, give us, like, this little pity story. But whatever. He's a good champ. He's a great fighter. He's an amazing... Like, I just didn't agree with that, but I'm sure he had his reasons. Whatever, dude. I mean, look. Shit happens, bro. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I'm sure they'll run it back. And I mean, look, Aljamain can come out even fresher. Aljamain might have the tools then to defeat him because he was not winning that fight, dude. And I wish I wanted him to win. I wanted Aljo to win. He deserved it. He's so fucking good. You know, he's a New Yorker. I kind of rooted for him, and I couldn't wait. And whatever. I mean, what are you gonna do? You can't really do much in that kind of finish. Like, it's fucked up. Petr Yan shouldn't have done that, and it took away from Petr Yan's beautiful performance, and you can't really, like, whatever. Maybe he just got caught up. And I'm sure everyone's saying it was, he did it on purpose. I'm telling you right now, Petr Yan did not fucking knee him on purpose. Knowing that he would get disqualified, he would never have done that. I don't believe any UFC fighter would do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think any UFC fighter would ever, like, risk their belt to do that. So I do believe that it was an accident. And I personally don't know why kneeing a down opponent is even illegal. If you're so down that I can still knee you, what's the difference between both your knees not touching the floor and your knees touching the floor? If I can knee you in the head while your knees are literally just up and you're not touching the floor, what is the difference? There's no difference. It's the same thing. They want to have this weird rule where you can't knee somebody in the head. Kicking when they're down, I get it. But kneeing somebody while they're down, it doesn't do less or more damage. It's the same amount of damage, dude. I mean, it makes sense. You could punch the fuck out of somebody while they're on the floor, but you can't knee them. Your fists definitely can create more energy and more momentum when you're punching them, especially in a certain way, like than your knee coming up against gravity into somebody's head. You know, like, it just makes no sense that knee is... I'm not saying that Peter Yan should have done that. I'm just saying that the rule itself does not make sense. It just, you know, it's like the elbow fucking 12-6 elbow is fucking illegal. Like, why? What's the fucking difference between another position? It's just the stupid rule that makes no fucking sense. Whatever. So yeah, the man Aljo lost, man. I mean, he won. But he was definitely on the verge of losing, and that knee saved that fight for him. He became champion. He got... Good for him. God bless. Now we got Israel Adesanya versus Jan Błachowicz. Pretty much explained it in my video before. I had a feeling that Izzy wasn't going to win. Yeah, I mean, it's just crazy to, like, even, like, see that, because Israel Adesanya is really friggin' good. And I keep going back to Gastelum, Kelvin. Keep going back to him. I'm like, dude, that little fucking dude beat him. Just imagine a bigger version. And then you see fucking... what's his name? Jan. Dude, precise, crisp, was patient. I was so pissed in the first round. He had him backed up. He had Israel backed up into the fence. And he got him with like a 2-punch combo or a 3-punch combo. And then he kind of retracted. And I was so fucking pissed. I was like, why are you backing up? And I'm like, dude, this, like, you could have, like, done some more damage. Why are you backing up? In my head, because I really wanted Jan to win. I was very proud of him. Like, he has a great story. I think the story is, like, really cool, especially when it's, like, a really awesome fighter like Jan. The hangman story he has, all these other, like, things. He's from Poland. He's from Warsaw. Like, he's really, like, you know, a beautiful person. He's not a piece of shit. He's definitely, like, a great champion for the sport. I was definitely rooting for Jan. And, seeing, like, Jan not proceed to, like, more combos or a different combination after he backed him up into the fence, like, I was wondering, I'm like, why the fuck did he do that? And then I was like, after the fight, I realized, dude, he was being patient, and he didn't want to go in there, because Israel does have, like, this kind of tendency to, like, piece up opponents when they're rushing in too quickly, you know? And then I noticed that, and I'm like, but during the fight, you don't really get to, like, realize what they're doing. And then another thing that everyone's talking about that I actually noticed during the fight, and I remember this because I told my friend, I was with my friend, and we were both talking about it. The commentary for the whole fucking fight was bullshit. Not just this fight. Like, the whole commentary for the whole event was complete nuts. It was, like, not good. It was, like, really bad. Joe Rogan's talking about, like, deaf people shit, like, not even relating to the fight. Like, dude, what the... Are they just chilling, dude? Are they just hanging out, drinking brews, bro? Just fucking chilling now? They're not even... Like, it's so bad. I think John Anik is the best commentator. Like, you know, and he does drift away sometimes. But, dude, Joe Rogan, I like him a lot, dude. He's a complete moron sometimes, dude. Dude, it's fine. I mean, he's a really great person. I love his podcast. But, dude, Joe Rogan... Bro, what the fuck are you talking about anymore? I don't want him to leave commentating because I like it when he commentates, but dude, what is he fucking really talking about? And dude, what fight were they watching when they were watching the Izzy and fucking Jan Błachowicz fights? Bro, I believe that, like, Jan Błachowicz outpieced him every fucking round. I don't even think, like, Izzy, like, won a round in significant strikes or total strikes. Which was fucking crazy. And they were, like, talking about, like, well, it could be anybody's fight. I was like, are you watching the same? What are you watching? And then when Jan Błachowicz won, they, like, had, like, this whole reasoning of why he won and shit. Like, oh, technicality. He was taking his time. I'm like, dude, you guys are fucking such idiots. And they were against, like, they were literally, like, jerking Izzy off the whole time. And it's fine. I mean, look, you guys always have, like, a fighter. Like, what's his name? This is one of the biggest reasons I hate fucking, what's his name? Dominic Cruz when he commentates, because, like, that Khabib and Conor fight. Dominic Cruz is literally saying some fucking pro Conor against Khabib shit the whole fight, and it's like that's not what you're like. That's not what you're supposed to be doing. You're a commentator. You're supposed to be commentating unbiasedly, and all the commentators, all of them, were like 80% Izzy, 20% Jan. And that, to me, is just not fair. And then when Jan, when Dana White was doing the post-fight press conference, he was like, Dana White was saying, like, how, like, Jan came up to him and said, like, you don't believe in me. And, like, obviously, he believes that you don't believe in him because, like, you wish that Izzy would have won that fight. Like, it's obvious. They're pushing forward Izzy. And Jan is just, like, a stepping stone for Izzy. That's what they meant. And it's so cool to see, like, how your plan backfires. And it's okay. I mean, look, they're great people. Dana White is not a piece of shit. Like, I don't know him personally, so I don't know. But I'm sure, like, that's just the fight game. And what are you going to do? Somebody has to lose. Not everybody can win. But whatever. Yeah, I mean, look, it was a good fight. I liked it. It was a really good fight. It was nice to watch. It was nice to see Jan work his magic. Dude, amazing how he literally pieced him up. He hit him so good. He hit him clean. It kind of made Izzy, like, scared to even go in, Like, that first hit that he got hit with, Izzy was like, all right, I'm going to retract. You kind of saw it in Yoel when he fought Yoel. You kind of saw it some ways when he fought Kelvin Gastelum. You kind of saw it a little bit when he fought Paulo Costa, in a sense. He was waiting. But Jan is much bigger. Jan can, put himself in there. He has more, I believe, things that Izzy should be scared of than the other people that Izzy fought. So it was really cool to see Izzy in that way, battling adversity. Like, that's what we wanted. We wanted to see that. But we don't want to see you battle adversity in a different weight class. We want to see you battle adversity in 185. That's what we want to see, Izzy. We want to see you battle adversity in middleweight. And listen, he was saying, like, he wants to fight Darren Till. He hopes Darren Till beats Vettori. And look, Vittori's tough, man. But I see Darren Till winning that fight. I'm going to talk about that later. I think Darren Till is a little bit more calculated. He's not the greatest, like, fighter at all, but he's definitely pretty calculated in his strikes. And you can see that with, like, certain fights that he had, especially with Masvidal. He did really good with Masvidal, especially in the beginning rounds. He did really good with Stephen Thompson. He did really good with Robert Whittaker. There was a moment in there where Darren Till did really good. I mean, look, he lost that fight decisively, but there was moments in there where Darren Till showed who he was. If he could just keep that up, and it's just hard for him to, I guess, maybe stay focused. I don't know what exactly it is, but even the Kelvin Gastelum fight, like, he did really good on that fight. But this is about Izzy and Jan, and dude, Jan retains his belt, and that's great, and I'm proud of him. I'm happy. God bless Poland, bro. Poland's probably throwing a freaking crazy party right now. That's their second champion, I think, right? Yeah, you want a young Jacek, and now it's Jan Błachowicz. Yep. Well, anyways, guys, it was fun. I'll see you guys soon. Subscribe to my channel. Don't be a bitch. Don't stop snitching. You know what I'm saying? Like, all that gangster shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, come through. Call me Honey Boo Boo. Subscribe, baby boys. Let's go.